What's up guys, Matt Artisan here, and today I want to talk about my online dating strategy. A lot of you guys have been asking me, how do I get so many dates? If you follow me on Instagram, you see that I often post me with lots and lots of girls, and a lot of them are from online dating. And I have I think it's kind of a unique strategy, and it allows me to put in the least amount of effort because I hate online dating. I don't like sitting there swiping. I don't like sitting there messaging girls, copying and pasting, and it's just like twiddling my thumbs on my phone all day long. I like being outside. I like adventure. I like travel. I like that kind of stuff, not looking at my phone all day long. If you like it, great. Keep doing it. So I'm gonna show you how to put in the least amount of effort and get lots and lots of dates from online dating. By the way, I'm gonna tell you like some of the messages I send and the exact strategy I use, and then how I can actually get dates from online dating without even opening the app. I'll save that for the end. Okay, so let's get to it. First off, my whole strategy is I want to seem like the high status guy that doesn't even have time for online dating and that I don't really need it. When you think about it, Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge, they're kind of like games. You're swiping to match girls. A lot of girls don't even take it seriously. You'll notice they have nothing in their bio or just like something very little, simple. And some girls will not even ever meet a guy from online dating. They're just doing it because they're bored, probably for validation and because it's kind of fun. I don't think it's very fun, but I get the addiction to it because you never know, like, who's the next person I'm gonna swipe on? Maybe it's the person of my dreams. Who knows? So I get it. So it's a low status thing though. You gotta think about that. Sitting there looking at your phone, swiping, celebrities don't do that. CEOs of $100 million corporations probably don't swipe. Think about that. It's a low status activity. It's a low dollar amount activity. You can hire somebody else and get them to do it for you for $5 an hour. I've even hired people for $3 an hour. And I'll talk about that when we get to the end, how I outsource it. So I don't have to do any of it. I don't open the app and I get lots of dates. But here's the thing. There's a couple different ways of looking at it. You can be the funny guy on online dating and spark her emotions and make her laugh. You can be kind of the challenging guy and say some cocky things and some qualification questions that are like, I'm not sure about you. I don't know if I want to go on a date with you. You can do all that kind of stuff. That can work. What I like to do is just show that I am busy. I am running businesses. I am traveling. I'm doing cool shit. So I don't really have time. So I'll swipe on girls, and then those girls, I will message them about a week later. Not the next day, not 2-3 days, but about a week later. Sometimes longer, sometimes less, but on average, about a week. And then I will send that first message a week later. They will reply, usually a day later or less. I will wait about another week to reply again. So when I was doing it myself, and sometimes I still do it myself, because there's certain apps that I don't really need to outsource. Maybe I'll explain that later too. But there are some apps that I outsource, like Tinder. I don't open my own Tinder. I haven't in years probably. But there are some other apps, like country-specific apps, that I just do it myself because it's just easy. It doesn't take a lot of time. So anyways, I'll spend, let's say, 1 week just swiping, that's it. And I don't mean like all the time. I mean like I'm in an elevator, okay, maybe not an elevator, but I'm at a doctor's office. I can't approach girls there. Like all I have is my phone, I'm waiting for 30 minutes, might as well do some swiping. Sometimes on the treadmill too, I'll do some swiping. I'll go really, really fast for a minute and get like burnt out, and then maybe a minute or two, just do some swiping. So I'll spend about a week. And then after that, I spend a week sending out that first message, and then I'll spend a week sending out the second message. Okay? There's a weird noise. I'm gonna pause. So because I take so long to send the first message and then reply, it shows that I'm not on the app all the time. I must be living my life and doing better things than swiping. It shows that I don't care. That is a good thing, in my opinion, that I am not taking this seriously. It also shows, maybe in her mind, and this is subconsciously, I don't think she's like consciously thinking, oh, this guy must live a cool life because he took a week to reply. It's just a feeling. It's every other guy is replying right away, and then here I am, why isn't this guy replying? And then I finally do, and then it takes me another week or so to reply again. It shows that I must have some options or something better going on in my life. So what do I send? My favorite first message to send is probably one of the most simplest, least amount of effort thing you could send. It's just her name, ... Not even 3 dots, not even 1 dot, because that's a period, but just ... because what the heck is ... I don't even know what that means. Nobody knows what that means. So it's just her name and ... Now, why would that work? Again, I think part of it is least amount of effort, but also when she's going through this list of, let's say, 10 to 100 messages from guys a day, and that is the reality of women who are using Tinder and online dating apps, they get that many messages, is that it's all, hey, beautiful, hey, what's up, how's it going, a cheesy pickup line here and there, hey, beautiful, hey, sexy, then something sexual, and then she just sees her name. That's gonna stand out, right? Your eyes are gonna gravitate to your name. It sounds like something important. Think about it. If somebody said your name right now, if somebody said, hey, Matt, it would get my attention. So that's the theory behind it. It works pretty good. She replies, of course you have to have good pictures and all the basics. We're not gonna go over that here. She replies, and then I take another week to reply. And then my second message is just, hey, I'm never on here. Do you have Instagram? What is it? Something like that. I'm just remembering this off the top of my head. It's basically that. It's something very short. It's just like, I'm never on here, which is obvious because it's taken me 2 weeks to get to this point now of just 2 messages. And I'm just telling her, I'm never on here. Or I'll say, I don't use this app ever. Do you have IG? And I do IG because women will give out their IG pretty much to everybody. A lot of girls even have it in their bios, depending on what online dating app you're using. So I think of it like this. It's a funnel. It's like business. It's like ads. Think of an ad you click on. Maybe you're scrolling through Facebook or Instagram. You see an ad. You click on it. Then it goes to a landing page that gives you a little bit more information than the ad. The ad gave you a little bit of information. Now you went to the website, you got more information, and then maybe you enter your email or you buy the thing they're selling, and then you get even more information, right? You get what would be the equivalent of the date. Let me explain. So online dating is like the ad. I guess you could say your first picture is kind of like the ad, and your whole profile is like the landing page, and now you want to get her to the main website where there's more information, right? And then from there you talk to her, and then you want to sell her the product, which is the date. Something like that, okay? It's not an exact correlation, but you get the idea. The point is, you have very few pictures on Tinder. Let's just use Tinder as the example. I think it's 9 or 10. And don't use all of them too. That shows you take it serious. Don't fill up your bio with some long bio. Just put a bunch of stupid shit that's funny. That's what I do. I can't think of it off the top of my head because honestly, I haven't opened it in a long time. But it doesn't really give any information about me. In fact, you could leave your bio blank or just put one word or one sentence and that would be fine. Actually putting information about you that every guy says, I like to go to the gym, I like to travel. You're better off not doing that. You're better off just leaving it completely blank. Because again, show her that you're not taking this serious, that you're not putting effort into this because you're a busy guy. You have other options. You're not on Tinder all day long. And you're not filling out your bio and trying to think of the best bio and fill out every single picture. You want it to almost be a little sloppy. Not too sloppy, or if you have sloppy pictures, you're not gonna get any matches. You want them to be good pictures, but 3 or 4 is plenty. Plenty. Less is more, in my opinion. So then I get her over to Instagram, and from there, it's just, hey, it's Matt from Tinder, ... and then I'm finding out logistics. That is it. I'm only finding out logistics, which is like, where do you live in the city? Like, right now I'm in Makati, I'll say, do you live near Makati? Things like that. Just to find out, like, where can we schedule the date? Then I find out, when is she usually free? What does her work look like? Nothing clever. I'm not doing anything clever. I'm just busy and just going straight for the date. If she doesn't want to go for the date, great, because she's on my Instagram. She'll see my pictures. She'll see my lifestyle. She'll see that. That creates the attraction. I don't need to like, oh, I need the most clever, value eliciting text that sparks all these emotions. No, I don't worry about that anymore. I used to, and all that is in turn her on through text, by the way. If you want to use that kind of stuff, just get turn her on through text. I don't even promote it very much. I don't use much of it. There's like 200 texts in there. I probably use 5 out of, maybe not even that much, like 3 out of the entire guide, just because I don't need to anymore. If you have a good Instagram, that is gonna do the attraction for you. And if you don't, why the heck not? Why aren't you doing cool shit with your life? That's a good question to ask yourself. And I get it, maybe you're in your 20s, you're hustling, like you don't have time to travel and like have adventures. I get it. Okay, that's okay. Then instead of getting Instagram, just get her phone number and do the same process. I've just found going from Tinder to Instagram is a little bit better. And at this point, yeah, I know any guy can probably follow her and send her a message on Instagram. So that's not the best thing, obviously. But if you have a good Instagram and you've already sparked some attraction by having great pictures in your Tinder, and then not replying to her, which sets you apart from everybody else, she's gonna be very interested in you, especially if she goes to your Instagram and she's like, whoa, okay, this guy looks like a cool guy. And she's impressed by you, then yeah, you'll be able to get a date with her very easily. And if not, if you have a shitty Tinder, fix that shit, but in the meantime, just get her phone number. It's almost the same thing. There are some advantages of getting her phone number too, because not everybody has it, whereas anybody can have her Instagram. So there's pros and cons of both. I actually like to get both. For example, when I meet a girl in public and approach her, I usually go for her phone number, and then when I'm texting her, I ask for her Instagram. If she asks why, I say, because I want to do a background check on you. I'm not sure about you yet. I don't know if we can go on a date yet. I need to do a background check. And sometimes vice versa. When I get her Instagram from online dating, sometimes, especially if she's not that responsive and she has a lot of followers, so she might just get flooded in the DMs, then I will ask for her phone number. I'll just do the same thing. I'll say, I'm never on here, or I'll say, I get so many messages on Instagram. What's your phone number? Let's chat through SMS. Let's chat through iMessage, something like that. So that's the whole strategy. Very simple, very, very minimalist, but it works. And then on top of that, I just give that exact strategy to my virtual assistant, and he just does it for me, including the sending the messages from Instagram. I take over after the first message because I need to set up the logistics. I know when I'm free. In theory, you could tell your assistant when you're free. He could have access to your Google Calendar, and he could just literally set up dates for you. All you would have to do is just show up on dates. I would advise that you look at their profile first to make sure they're cute, because sometimes virtual assistants have different tastes than you. I had one who was $3 an hour, Pakistan. He was horrible. I kept telling him no fat girls, and I would constantly get fat girls. I had to fire him. My current assistant is $5 an hour. He finds mostly attractive girls. He's great. And by the way, I show you guys exactly how to do this entire system, how to find the VA, how to supercharge your profile. And I'm not the best at that, I'll be honest with you. So I brought in Lynn, who's our female coach, and she will show you exactly what kind of pictures to use, how to pose in the pictures, and basically how to transform your online dating profile so that you get 10 times more matches. So check that out. It's only available right now in our mentorship program. And I'm not gonna even leave a link for it here, honestly. Just shoot me a DM on Instagram, because I mean, our mentorship is pretty full right now, so we don't really have a lot of space. But shoot me a DM, we'll see if you qualify. And honestly too, if you combine a little bit of humor, I'm not using a lot of humor and emotional texts anymore, but if you grab Turn Her On through text and you add in a little bit of that as well, it's actually even more powerful. I'm just lazy and I don't even really need to do that anymore. But if you do both, where you're taking your time, you're not messaging, you're showing that you're a busy guy, but then when you do message her, it makes her laugh and it's interesting, that is even better, my friend. So I encourage that, even though I don't do it too much. If I think of a funny response, yeah, I do it, but I don't sit there and try to think of something, or, oh, let me go open up Turn Around Through Text, because I don't remember everything that's in there. Let me go look at it. I just don't want to spend any time on this. I'm looking for quality, but I also have so many girls because I'm outsourcing it. I have so many DMs that I just don't need to spend any time on one particular girl trying to craft a good message. And that's what happens when you have somebody else doing it for you. And last thing I'll say is there's a lot of pitfalls when you hire a virtual assistant. So that's why in our mentorship program, we have the automatic dating system that shows you exactly how to set that up. It gives you the SOP documents, the actual documents I give my virtual assistant, how to find a virtual assistant, the ad to place, how to qualify him, how to even train him. I have trainings in there, so you don't have to do any of it. You just give it to him, train him, or I will train him essentially, and then he'll be getting you lots and lots of dates. So enjoy. That's the good thing. That's the fun part, going on the dates. All the rest is not really fun, for me at least. If it's fun for you, do it. If it's not, and your time is worth more than $5 an hour, then why are you doing it? Stop swiping, stop messaging. It's low status. Just get in our mentorship and then learn exactly how to do it, and then get somebody else to do it and give him all the training materials. It's super easy and you'll get lots of dates, so there's no downside. All right? See you soon.